Hi everybody, Joe Rebello here, known to many of you in the martial arts world and the internet as Kenpo Joe. I was going over a particular aspect today and just thinking about things, and someone was talking about Kenpo forms and different things that are going on with Kenpo forms and different people doing variations on forms. And a while back in one of the martial arts message boards popularized through social media, I'd thrown out there the idea about talking about people applying weaponry to their Kenpo forms, specifically those that came from the Parker and Tracy lineage, which means short form 1, long form 1, short form 2, long form 2, on up. So, there's one particular form throughout Kenpo history that various people have added different weapons to in their use, and that is long form 2. And what I wanted to do right now, I wanted to go over long form 2 and pick something a little more exotic. And that weapon is, dun dun dun, wait for it, the 3-section staff. Now many people are very intimidated by this weapon. They see the various twirls and spins and circling motions, and they say, I don't want to hit myself. I get that. So how do I introduce a fairly advanced weapon in an easy format so people, especially in Kenpo orientation, don't become terrorized at the mere thought of striking themselves in various limbs and extremities and center of mass and vital organs, etc.? Well, we're going to show you. So, there's a couple of different move positions that you can do with the 3-section staff. I'm going to take 2 basic ones. This is obviously the first. Again, you're going to hold it just above the chain, just like you're holding 2 clubs in your hands. By the way, Ed Parker did not like to use the word stick. He referred to these weapons when they were held individually and from the mid-1980s on up to his untimely death in 1990 as clubs. This is not, when we see Form 7, it's not a Kenpo stick form. It's a double Kenpo club form. I always jokingly say, you stick someone with a knife and you club them to death. No baby seal jokes, please. No. But anyway, the basic concept is this is the primary position that we're going to be using. And we're going to see where we go as we go through long form 2. And perhaps this will inspire you. Now, the first thing you're going to say is, hey, 3-section staff seems to be a little short. In the Okinawan tradition, they have a weapon called the Sansetsu-kon, which has the normal traditional length. What do we mean by the traditional length? Hold on a moment. Wait for it. Wow, that's pretty long. Oh yeah, that's substantially longer by almost half a foot. So when you do this, I utilize a shorter 3-section staff, or Sansetsu-kon as the Okinawans would refer to it, to have a little more control in regards to the weapon. Earlier we talked about Ed Parker and the double club form. The form was designed so that way you wouldn't hit yourself bringing the weapon in and out. And by the same token, we want something similar in that scope. So, but let's go right to the form with this particular weapon. And of course, we can always do a foundation Shaolin salute. Now from here, what do I do? What do I do with the weapon? I step out. There's my triangle. I can cross them here. Separate them to this position here. Of course, if I want to meditate, I can close the weapon, of course, bring it down, and then step back up to my position. Meditate, eyes open. Block, strike, poke, thrust, block, chop, spear hand, underhand spear hand. Draw a cat stance, crossing the 2 weapons like hidden fist or cup and saucer. block thrust, 2, 3, draw to close cat. I can do a snapping stab with a snapping side kick. Draw up, block with the punch, stab, stab, draw back in, snap with a stab, land. Rear crossover, and I can cross my arms to a side position as I do my universal block. I can block up and strike down to the groin, push down, 1, 2, 3, draw to cat. Here's my universal block again. Strike down, push down, 1, 2, 3, with this windmill motion, or water wheel I should say. Step off the line, block down, loop hook, the back of the head, drive him into a stabbing motion here, kick punch. I can land and stab here, or I could actually punch or hit with the chain at this point. That'd be interesting. Draw the cat, block down on the V angle, hook around, pivot, stab, kick, stab, stab, or punch, or strike with the chain. Look, crossover smothering punch. Step through extended outward block, or extended upward, depending who you speak to. Should be extended upward. And then I'm going to pivot the forward bow. I can stab from here. I bring it here. Here's my pump handle. I cross over, striking down again. Stepping through, extended upward. Stab over the top. Bring it there. Pump handle. 1, 2. Rear crossover block. I can punch or I can stab. I can block. I can punch. I can stab or I can punch. Hook down, come back, I can punch. In this case, I'm hitting with that piece of wood there. Right from there, I come back, blocking down, punch. I pivot forward bow, push down block to the forward bow. Rotate over. Hey, I could strike with the chain down here. Striking with the chain portion. I pivot the forward bow, push down block, but now with the weapon. Rotate the twist stance. I can strike down with that chain. Once again, forward bow, rotate, twist, punch down with that chain. At this point, I'm going to stagger myself off so you can see more clearly. Snapping stab, inward block. I can step in, overhead, inward elbow. Or I can come down with that chain again. I can do a rear crossover, overhead, inward elbow, or strike with that chain. I can draw into cat and go back to horse, or I can just go right from point of origin, and I can come across and stab. Instead of hitting with, again, with the sandwiching elbow. I can come out and strike, or I can strike here. Again, striking out with both weapons like so. And then I can come up and back, stabbing behind me, and then what? Back to here, close. Medicine boss. Close. Watch this one. Remember, stick up. Cool circle. Catch it! From here, I can step out, make the point, make the triangle, cross, left over right, separate straight up and down. Now, if I want to close, I can circle it around, close it like so, and bow. One of those trial and error, off the cuff kind of things. Not doing the form with the weapon, but doing it with this weapon. So now, here's the other side of the coin. For every move, theory, concept, principle, or definition, there is an opposite and a reverse. Okay, what's the opposite here? Well, that's easy. 1, 2. Holding it by the very ends. Can I still do long form 2? Let's find out, shall we? Let's. So, again,